Hi folks, I'm here with my nice Meyer lemon tree that I've been growing all the summer outside. It's 2 years old, I believe. I bought it from a nursery. Um, it's probably grown from a cutting, I'm assuming. I've looked, right down into the um, trunk of it. I don't see any graft union in there, so I'm assuming that's how it's grown, and based on what I've heard from a few people, that's how they're grown. So quite often when they sell them to nurseries. So uh, but it seems to be doing fairly well. I have several lemons on here. I think it's looking uh, quite good. Uh, these ones are ready to pick any day now. I mean, I could probably pick them now, but I'll let them go. They just have a little slight uh, blotches of green, and I think that's okay because the first one that I picked tasted fantastic. It had a little tiny bit of green, but not much, just maybe 5% of it. I just picked this other one. This would be the second one off the tree. It's got little tiny bits of green, but I'm sure it'll be as sweet as the first one. That's the one thing with these. I've never actually had one of these lemons before growing this tree, and this was for sure the sweetest lemon I'd ever had in my life. It's absolutely sweet and not really even maybe a minor tinge of sourness, but not really. It's more sweet than sour. So first, what I'm going to do is I'll do a little tasting just to show you what I think on the second one. Maybe it'll taste different than the first one. But yeah, as a disclaimer, I have tried one of them a week ago and it was fantastic. So I'll cut this one. Nice, healthy flesh in there. I don't know if you can see with light. Very fragrant. Fragrant. It smells really nice. So I'll cut a little bit off there. And I'll try some. Now this one's a little bit less sweet than I wouldn't say sour, but less sweet than the first one. But it's all good. It's still something you could definitely eat, like similar to an orange. It's good. Yeah, so I had the first one about a week ago. Very good. I saved the seeds in my little bag here. So, just I wasn't really planning anything. It's just, that gives me the option if I want to, plant some from seed or whatever. Good to have, I think. At least that's the way I do things. Um, that's enough of that. So what I'm really here to do is, so I've picked uh, two, well, those last two lemons off this branch, and I plan to just prune it off because I want to run more of a fluid trunk up here instead of being all bushy. Um, so I thought, you know what, maybe I should just save some of it and maybe grow another tree, do an air layering or something. But I realized this week it's just gotten fairly cold at night, and I don't think that's going to happen. If I start an air layer now, even though I'd really like to, I don't think it's a good idea. The way things are getting cold, I don't see any vigorous growth coming out of anything. Um, so I thought about it, and I think what I'm going to do is I'll try doing a cutting or two from it. It's better than nothing. Just I'll try it. If I fail, there's nothing to lose really. Um, so that's what I'm going to do right now is try and take a cutting from it and do a little bit of pruning while I'm at it. So um, what I'll do first. So this is the main branch that I got the fruit from. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take that whole thing just right off. And that was sort of a V with this branch. And I'm just going to, just for fun, just trying to get cutting from this one. So that's what I plan to do. So I'm just going to trim some things back here. I'm not sure if I'm really entirely expecting this to work, but at least something for me to play around with for the next little while and see what happens. So I'm going to take off all the leaves except two. This one I think I'll cut in half. And this one I'll just cut a little bit of it. This is actually a very neat branch because the nodes are really close together. What I'm going to actually do is cut it right here, because what you want to do when you do cutting is have the bottom of the cutting just a little bit below a bud, and there's a bud right there. And I have several nodes. You know, it's nice to have a few nodes under the soil, and that's what I'm achieving here. So what I have here for my cutting is some rooting hormone, and I like to use that. You know, some people do well without it. You know, that's good. I have rooted things with it, the nutrient, but I like to use it when I have it around. So I'm soaking the cutting in some water just for, you know, pretty much 10 seconds. And then I just dip it, and I try to get as many nodes as I can covered with the rooting hormone. I just sort of work it in. I find this works really well. In general, I find it's not always enough to just have one node covered. You want to have, you know, two or more. This one I've just covered the second node with the rooting hormone, and now it's ready to plant. Although I didn't really plan this in the correct order. I have this mix I made. I've been soaking peat moss, a little bit of soil, and then I added perlite just a few minutes ago to it and mixed it up. This is what I've found has been a very good solution to use for cuttings. So what I'm going to do is put them in this cup. This is a very damp mixture of soil, but well mixed. So I definitely won't need to be watering this. But you know, mixed with the perlite, and perlite's just great for keeping a nice base for making cuttings. I don't think I would even bother making a cutting with perlite indoors anyway. It really helps. So what I'm going to do is I've loaded up my soil medium, and I'm just going to stick this right in the middle. So I'm only going to go one cutting this time. Quite often I'll stick 3 or 4 cuttings into a single cup like this because they're only in there for realistically 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes less. And there we go. Looks, you know, like a decent plant right now. So we'll see how that goes. And then what this is just like a drinking beer cup, and have holes in the bottom. And then I put this inside a bigger cup, or a slightly bigger cup. That way I can sometimes water it occasionally and it'll drip out into here, and it really keeps the mess away. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to put a Ziploc bag over top and put an elastic band around. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that. And that's about it. So we'll see how this goes. This guy is still going to be outside for, hopefully, the way the weather's turning, who knows, but I'd like to at least have it go until November, sometime in November, but you never know. So we'll see how it goes, and that's it. So hope you enjoyed, or if you have any comments or opinions on this, let me know. I like to hear anything positive or negative, just to we all learn from different things. So anyways, have a good day.